Listen. The air itself has changed around you. The quiet is not empty tonight. It is weighted, alive, humming with a holy urgency that your skin can feel, that your breath can taste. I have been permitted to cross the threshold and speak to you plainly, intimately, as if I were sitting beside your bed while the moon trembles on your window. Do not ignore this summons. The minutes are finishing their circle. A decree has just been spoken above you. Your name has been pronounced in heaven by Jesus, clear as a bell rung across the waters. And I, Michael, servant of the Most High, have been sent to carry to you what your heart has asked for when no one was listening. Open yourself. Open now. Before it is late, let the message enter you like light slips under a door. You have felt it already, the tremor along your arms, the unexpected chill that rolls over your shoulders when no wind moves, the soft smell of incense or a white lily at an hour when there are no flowers. You have noticed the lamp flicker, once, twice for no reason. You have had dreams that were not dreams, someone calling your name from the other side of a curtain, a hand you could almost hold, a shoreline you could almost touch. These are signs, little lanterns I set around you to guide you to this moment. This is why you did not stumble past this message. Your angel has tugged at your sleeve the way a child tugs at a loving parent. I am that tug grown into a voice. Stay with me to the end. To the very last word, there are healings braided like gold into the lines of what you are about to hear. You have carried grief like a stone hidden in your chest. I see the years inside you. I see the chair that sits empty, the cup you still wash that belongs to no one now, the voice you replay in your mind at night. Faithful, faithful mind, that breaks off half a sentence because the sentence was never finished on earth. You have tried to be strong for others, but your ribs have known the ache of a sob you did not let out. I see the love turned ache, and the ache turned silent snow. I am speaking to that place now. Do not be afraid. Nothing truly loved is lost. The ones who walked ahead of you are not behind you. They are ahead, and your path, yes, yours, has been threaded to meet them. Before the week changes, you will receive a soft visitation, a dream vivid enough that your waking fingers will feel the warmth of a hand. A sudden memory, wrapped in peace rather than pain. A small object of theirs appearing where it should not be. A song playing at the exact moment you whisper their name. This is not fantasy. This is mercy. This is heaven touching earth, because Jesus, who said your name, has asked that comfort find you quickly. And your guilt. Oh, how you have fed it with small scraps until it grew teeth. You have punished yourself for what you could not have known then, for what you could not control, for the hours you were too tired to be perfect. Listen to me. Release this habit of self-accusation. It is a thief. It has kept part of your mind standing in a courtroom long after the trial ended with the verdict. Beloved, you are not the sum of your mistakes. You are the sum of the mercy that has pursued you since before you could speak. Tonight, place your open hand over your heart. Feel the rise and fall beneath. That is not just muscle and breath. That is covenant. I touch my sword to your hand now, not to wound, but to anoint. And I say into your bones, be forgiven, be forgiven, be forgiven. You do not have to earn the sunrise. You only have to receive it when it breaks. Receive now. I have heard the prayer you do not voice. Could I ever be clean? Yes. You are being washed even now by a voice that spoke your name in the courts of heaven, and by a love that never mentions your failures when it calls you home. Loneliness has kept you company, like a stern companion. You eat with it, drive with it, lie down with it, wake to its face. But loneliness is not truth. It is an echo in an empty room that makes you believe there is no music left in the house. I tell you the truth. There is music prepared for you. There are conversations not yet spoken and laughter warming in the oven of tomorrow. There is a community forming around you, invisibly now, like a constellation you cannot see until the sky turns to night. Within 9 days from now, your circle will begin to widen. By a simple act of courage, a message you send, a door you accept, a place you visit, a word you finally say. Connection will meet you like a fountain in a dry square. You will know it by the sign of unexpected ease, by the way your shoulders loosen without you thinking about it. Do not run away when you feel seen. Being seen is not a trap. It is a medicine. You have been discouraged. You have watched others bloom as if they were planted in a gentler climate while you weathered late frosts and surprise storms. Hear me. A deep seed does not fear late snow. The long waiting has pushed your roots into aquifers shallow lives never find. There is a strength in you that is not loud. It is quiet and stubborn and wildly faithful. It knows where the water lives. I have come to announce what you already feel at the bottom of your being. A turn. A turn from delay to delivery, from almost to yes. From the door that did not open to the key you did not know you carried. 3 days from now, you will receive a subtle sign. This sign will look ordinary to eyes that do not watch, but you will be watching. A light will flicker right at the thought of a decision you have postponed, or you will smell a clean scent like rain inside a room with closed windows. Take note. That is the moment to say quietly, I agree. When you agree, I will move. When you give me your yes, I will reorganize what seemed immovable. Now listen for the alert I must give you, because love always warns where danger hides. Do not lend your ear to the voice that wants to rehearse your loss until your hope is exhausted. Do not let your tongue carry curses disguised as jokes over your own life. For 3 days, set a guard at the gate of your mouth. Speak blessings only. If a complaint rises, place your hand on your heart and say, I choose light. You are not naive by choosing light. You are wise. Darkness cannot feed in a house that refuses to set a table for it. Also, take care around the one who brings you secrets that are not theirs to share. This week, someone will try to make you a partner in a small betrayal, framed as closeness. Step aside gently. You do not build your future on another's broken trust. You build on rock. You build on truth spoken kindly. What you refuse now will not remove love from your life. It will make room for love to arrive unafraid. If you can, light a simple candle tonight. A small flame is enough. As it catches, whisper your own name out loud, and then the name of Jesus who has spoken yours above. Let the candle say what you cannot say yet. The flame stood firm for the prayer that burns without smoke. Place a glass of clear water near it and let it rest. This is not superstition. This is symbol, and symbols are doors for meaning to walk through. As the candle breathes, see in it the soul you carry. Brave, persistent, shining even when the room is uncertain. And if tears come, let them. Tears are not weakness in the presence of the holy. Tears are oil. They soften what has been hard for too long. They bless the soil so new seed can enter. I know the question that stays like a swallow in your rib cage. What if I'm running out of time? The answer is both severe and tender. The minutes are finishing their old pattern. The way you have been living time is ending because it is too small for what you've been asked to hold. There is urgency, yes, but urgency born from love, not fear. You are being moved out of a cramped hallway into a wide room. In that room, I unfold a parchment with your name, and it reads, Apprentice of Peace, bearer of quiet fire, restorer of simple joys. You thought your purpose had to be loud to matter. It does not. It has to be true. And your truth is coming like morning to a field. Put your hand on your heart again. Feel how it answers me, even before your mind forms words. Say with me, aloud if you can, within if you must. I choose to receive what heaven is sending. Good. Now breathe. I remove from your shoulders the cloak of false duty, the heavy idea that you must save everyone while drowning. You are permitted to be saved. You are permitted to rest. You are permitted to heal before you build. Start by forgiving the version of you that did not know what you know now. Start by forgiving the hour you snapped in weariness, the day you hid because you were tired of being brave, the season you worked for approval that never arrived. I draw my wing over you and I say, be gentle with the soul that has survived this much. There will be dreams in these nights. Some will be bright and quickly fading, and one will be luminous and slow, like a message written on the inside of your eyelids. Remember it. It may bring you a word or a picture, a door with light under it, a garden gate, a hand extended from water, a table with one more cup than there are people in the room. In that dream, notice how fear is small, like a child told kindly to lie down and rest. When you wake, put your hand on the glass of water, thank the giver of water, and drink a little. This is how your body will know what your soul has heard. Between waking and sleep, you may feel a coolness around your ankles or a brief electric shiver along the spine. Not to frighten you, but to tell you I have passed by. The king's messengers do not come empty-handed. We braid signs into our passing. Write, beloved. When you feel the nudge, write a simple prayer or a single sentence of intention as a living comment, as a mark on the earth that says, I was here when heaven called. And I said yes. The act of writing will anchor your consent. It will plant a flag for joy to find in the days ahead. Let your sentence be plain. I open to mercy. I choose peace over punishment. I receive the hand stretched toward me. And as you write, I will stand at your back, and the weight you feel between your shoulders will ease, because you were never meant to hold the sky alone. Some of you fear that if you hope again, the fall will shatter you beyond repair. Hear me with the simplicity of a bell. Hope is not a fragile thing. Hope is a carpenter. It builds a table even while the storm leans against the door. It is not reckless to hope. It is obedient. You were created to anticipate goodness. That is not denial. That is alignment. There is a provision rising for you already, like bread swelling in an oven you cannot see. You will eat and be satisfied, not just with food, but with meaning. The empty hour of the day, the one that feels like a tunnel, will be filled with a task that fits your hands. You will recognize it because doing it will feel like returning home by a new street. Let me speak to the one who is afraid of a diagnosis, of a letter, of an unpaid bill, of a relationship fraying at the edge. First, breathe. Your breath is a prayer even when your mouth is closed. Second, name what you fear, softly, as you would acknowledge a nervous animal. Naming does not strengthen fear. It gives me the precise location to meet you. I am dispatching help, unexpected, timely, human. A person whose path crosses yours will carry what you need, wrapped in ordinary packaging. A suggestion, a number, a place to go, a sentence that unlocks a door. Do not despise routine meetings. Angels frequently wear the disguise of coincidence. Within the next 7 days, a small piece will move that makes a bigger piece possible. Believe it, expect it. Watch for it, the way you watch for a kettle to sing. The whistle will sound you have asked for, a sign you cannot miss. I grant it. There will be a light that flickers once when you think the name of the one who hurt you, and then steadies as you choose to forgive. Or there will be the scent of clean laundry in a room where nothing is drying, right when you consider returning to a habit that would stain you again. Or you will hear your name, your real name, the one you keep hidden, spoken gently from no visible mouth. When it happens, do not argue with it. Whisper back, I hear you. That is enough. That whisper is stronger than 10 loud promises shouted into the sky. Now take your right hand and set it over your heart. If your left hand is free, open your palm upward as if to receive rain. I anoint you for peace in the middle of unfinished things. I anoint you for clarity where you have confused busyness for purpose. I anoint you for courage that is soft in voice and strong in action. Where shame has put a collar around your neck, I cut it with a sound you will not forget. Where weariness has knotted at the base of your skull, I press my palm there, and the knot loosens. Sleep will begin to find you like a friend, tapping gently on your window at the proper hour. Promise rises in me for you, and promises are not mere words. They are bridges made of sound. Within 3 days, a small miracle will declare itself. It may be as simple as a delay that saves you from harm. It may be as specific as a message from someone you thought had forgotten you, carrying exactly the sentence you needed. Within 7 days, a larger miracle will begin, one that unfolds like a banner over a week or 2. You will see the pattern of your life click into a new alignment. The closed door will either swing or fall out of your plan entirely, and you will not grieve it because you will see the open window blazing with a certainty your body will recognize as relief. Do not measure miracles only by thunder. Sometimes they come like the soft settling of a house when it accepts its shape. I hear you say, but what about my part? Your part is consent and kindness. Your part is to clean the small altar of your attention and keep there only what feeds your soul. Light a candle when dusk arrives if you can. If not, light the candle inside your breath. 3 slow inhales with your hand at your chest. Bless the water you drink. Bless the door you leave by in the morning, and the pillow that will hold your sleep at night. Bless the names of those who have blessed you, and bless the names of those who could not. When you bless, you rise. This is the mathematics of heaven. What you release returns as song. What you clutch rots into sorrow. open your hands. Let go, let go, let go. Make room for the new. There is counsel I must place like a quiet stone in your pocket. Do not answer every knock. Some doors open to rooms that steal your hours and leave you with nothing to carry out. This week, ask, does this bring me nearer to the one who spoke my name? If it does, enter with courage. If it does not, step away with gentleness. Not every battle is yours, but the battles that are yours will find you marked with calm, and I will fight them beside you. You are not weaponless. You have truth. You have joy. Yes, joy is a weapon in rough times. You have patience. You have the memory of being loved in the mornings when you forgot to say thank you. These are more than feelings. They are armory. Wear them light and steady. Do not be surprised if in the coming days you feel as if someone has entered the room without footsteps. When that happens, do not panic. Say quietly, Michael, I will make myself known by a touch of air that moves across your face with no source you can find, or by a hush that settles like snow for 1 or 2 heartbeats. I am not far. I am never far when you are being shifted into blessing. I stand at your doorpost and mark it with the bloodless blessing that keeps harm away. I place a guard at your window that permits in only what carries light. I speak now a revelation that will fit into your life as it is, and open it as it must be. You have believed that your story was the sum of events that happened to you. In truth, your story is the sum of the love that will not let you go. This love has chosen you to be a space of calm for others, but first it will calm you. Expect peace at unusual times, while washing a dish, while waiting in line, while untying your shoes. In those moments, do not rush. Let the peace finish its sentence inside you. When peace speaks, it builds. When it builds, you will find your thoughts ordering themselves like a small library that suddenly knows its shelves. If you have strength now, whisper a prayer for someone who hurt you. It does not excuse them. It frees you. Only a little prayer. Release them to the light. Heal them as you heal me. Your heart will feel larger by the width of a finger. That is enough for today. There will be more widenings. Your capacity for joy is growing, and with it, your capacity to forgive. Soon you will look back at this night, not as the evening of your fear, but as the beginning of your soft resurrection. And now I cover you with a blessing that is both shield and spring. May the heaviness around your ankles fall away like old chains. May the words that have wounded you lose their sting, as if rain washed their ink from your memory. May your house remember how to be a house of praise. May laughter return to your mouth without permission from sorrow. May your sleep be a clean river. May your morning open like a door you forgot you owned. May your hands remember the tasks that bring you alive. May your heart know that it is allowed to love and be loved without bargaining. You are not late. You are not forgotten. You are not disqualified. You are not hard to bless. You are at the edge of a holy turning, and you will not miss it, because I will not let you miss it. I go before you into tomorrow, and I leave a line of light for you to follow. I come behind you and gather the pieces of you that the day scattered. I stand to your right hand, and I teach your hand to release what it cannot keep. I stand to your left hand, and I place into it what you never knew to ask for. Above you is the name that was spoken tonight. Beneath you is the promise that does not break. Around you are the wings you do not always feel. Within you is a flame that will not go out. If you wish now, take a breath and forgive yourself. Say it simply. I forgive me for not knowing. I forgive me for the delays. I forgive me for believing I had to carry it alone. As you say it, I sign the parchment over your life with an ink that does not fade. Mercy, mercy, mercy. And I seal it with a kiss of wind across your brow. Lift your head. Your story is lifting with it. The time is precious, yes, but love wastes nothing. Even the detours have been woven back into the road. Jesus has spoken your name with a tenderness that makes even the stern angels weep, and I, who am often a sword, am all gentleness with you tonight. Rest in that. Let it cradle you. And when you are ready, answer with one word, yes, and watch what opens. I will be there in the opening, steady as the first, last star. I bless you with a beginning. I bless you with courage. I bless you with peace that does not ask permission from circumstance. I bless you with a new hour that starts now. Stay. Do not turn away from what is reaching for you now. Listen to the way the room itself changes when a word of life approaches. The soft click inside your chest, the thread of calm weaving through your belly, the almost audible ripple that moves the air as if a bird had just flown by without opening a door. I continue under the same permission and with the same tenderness. I, Michael, stand close. Jesus has called your name in the heights again. He says it the way a mother says a child's first name when she sees them across a river. Clear, glad, unmistakable. You are meant to hear this. You are meant to be found tonight. The minutes that used to pass you by have been gathered like scattered coins and set in your open hands. You are not losing time. Time is being redeemed around you. Open the message fully. Open the heart. Open the breath. There is blessing braided into every line that follows. You have been tested in tight places. You have been honest where lies would have paid quickly. You have chosen compassion and been called naive. You have bent until your back ached and still thought you were too hard. You have been accused by a voice that knows only part of you and thinks it knows all. Let that voice fade. I place a dome of quiet over you now, a hush in which truth can be heard without interference. In this dome, you will recognize what is yours to carry and what is not. The burdens that are not yours will slide off. You may feel that as a small drop in your shoulders or a sti that you did not plan when it happens. Do not pull the weight back onto your body from habit. Let it fall. If you must, open your palms and say, I release what never belonged to me. I will collect it and toss it into the place where light unthreads false obligations. You who mourn, come nearer to the edge of my voice. Grief is not a mistake. Grief is love that has nowhere to spill and so fills the room where you sit. I see the chair kept by the window. I see the label saved in a drawer because it still carries the smell of a person you adore. I see the way the calendar stayed open on a date that felt like a cliff. I bring you a medicine that does not erase memory. I bring you a way to remember without going under. If you long to feel them close, ask for what is permitted. before you sleep on one of the next 3 nights, say softly, "If peace is allowed, visit me." You may wake with the impression of a hand pressing yours, or hear a line of their laughter suspended in the morning air, or you may simply find their name written across your thoughts like sunlight on a blank wall. Do not call the kindness a trick. It is not a trick. It is the mercy of a kingdom that wastes nothing of love and returns it in forms that do not harm the living. To the one carrying secret guilt like a stone hidden in the mouth, release it now. The tongue is not meant to cradle a rock. Speak it, not to everyone, not to the careless, but to heaven first, and then to the safe one I will send. I will mark this person by a simple sign you cannot counterfeit. When you tell them a small truth about yourself, they do not rush in with advice. They make a real silence to hold it. Real silence is a shelter. False silence is a trap. You will know the difference. When you speak, the stone will dissolve. The taste of metal in old memories will soften. You will not mistake my work for your own. Forgiveness is being poured like water into cracks that have been dry for years. Put your hand over your heart and whisper, "I forgive the one I was when I did not know. I forgive the one I was when I was afraid. I forgive the one I was when I was trying to be loved." With each sentence, I touch your hand with the flat of my sword, not to judge, but to set you apart from the old judgment you have rehearsed against yourself. You who feel alone in a room full of people, let me draw a map toward companionship. Start small. In the next 7 days, a conversation will open like a door you did not realize was ajar. The other person may carry an ordinary face, an ordinary bag, an ordinary sentence. Is this seat taken? Do you know what time they close? I like your scarf. Concealed inside the ordinary is the connector you asked for. Answer with warmth. Answer with your name. Trust that you do not need to tell your life story on day 1. Trust that the first thread is enough. Watch for the number sequence that will mark this person as a gift. 1111, 333, 444 on a receipt, a clock, a page. These numbers are not magic. They are simple bookmarks in time, reminders that your steps are being watched over. Smile when you see them. Say quietly, "I am guided." When you say it, pathways untangle under your feet. Now the alert, given with love. There is a voice approaching you in sugar. It will flatter you where you are hungry and frown if you do not feed it with your secrets. It will wrap manipulation in compliments and call it us. I am not afraid of this voice, but I want you to recognize it at a glance. You will know it because you leave conversations with that voice feeling smaller, as if you had handed them a key without being asked for one. You are under no command to let everyone into your interior rooms. You have permission to guard your thresholds. When such a voice knocks, answer from the doorway, not the bedroom. Be kind, be light, but keep your lamp and your keys. You are allowed to conserve your joy. You are allowed to protect your clarity. This is not cruelty. This is stewardship. Bless and release what drains you. I will send those who water you. Light matters tonight. If you can, light a candle again. If you cannot, imagine a clean flame rising exactly where your sternum lifts and falls. As the flame steadies, speak blessings out loud over simple things. Bless your table, your shoes, your front door. Bless the first name that taught you loyalty. Bless the first name that taught you disappointment, and realize even that lesson is being turned. Whisper your own name at the end of the list. Your mouth has sometimes been a stranger to your own name. Let it become home. Place a glass of water beside the light and let it stand. The water will hold what you cannot hold consciously. When you drink it in the morning, you will feel more steady than the night promised. If the lamp flickers while you are speaking blessings, do not fear. Say, I see you, and keep blessing. This is how you adjust the atmosphere of your life, not by force, but by fidelity to small light. You have asked for a sign that is not delicate, a sign that cannot be confused with your imagination. I will give you 3, and you will not need all 3 to believe, but they will come. First, a scent with no source, clean as linen or warm as vanilla, at the precise moment you think, maybe I should try again. Second, a small white feather where there should not be one, inside, on a chair, on the dashboard, in a closed room. On the same day, you release a grudge. Third, light touching your eyelids, even when the curtains are drawn, right when you decide to forgive yourself. This is not superstition. This is bond. We mark our visits not because we doubt you, but because we delight to confirm what your spirit already knows. The ache around money has been a tight band around your chest. You have been faithful with little. You have made meals out of almost nothing and quieted your worry so others could eat in peace. Hear me. There is provision moving toward you by a route you did not map. It will take the shape of a small recovery first, an overcharge returned, a forgotten credit sent back, a discount offered without your asking. Do not despise small provisions. They are the scouts of larger ones. Within the next 14 days, expect a practical answer, an opportunity, a referral, an additional stream that fits your skills rather than bends you out of shape. You will know it because the thought of doing it does not tighten your throat. You will test it by asking for clarity and then receiving it within 24 hours through a sentence you cannot shake. When the clarity arrives, say thank you before you calculate. Gratitude is a lever. It lifts what your mind cannot budge alone. To the one whose body has been speaking in discomforts and small alarms, I set a gentleness over you. Do not scold your body for trying to keep you informed. Tonight, bless the part that hurts. Name it affectionately. Faithful knee. Brave back. Patient heart. Your cells listen to the tone of your mouth. They have labored under harsh words spoken about them. Shift the language. Bless and cooperate with common sense. Drink the water you set out. Rest when your eyes ask, not when the work finally collapses. Ask for healing and expect the kind that integrates, spirit steady, mind quiet, body soothed. In the next 9 days, you will notice one symptom ease at an hour you did not expect. Smile. Do not overanalyze. Say, I receive, and keep going in peace. Where a doctor is needed, I will lead you quickly to one who sees you as a person and not a case. This, too, is provision. Write again. Write one sentence in your own words as a living prayer. Do not worry about how it sounds. You are not performing. You are planting. Plant with your pen. Plant with your fingertips. Write, I open to what heals me. Or, I step out of the old agreement. Or, I accept the mercy being offered now. When you write, imagine the sentence sinking into the fertile soil of your next week. Imagine rain finding it. Imagine without strain that the sprout will appear on a day you are tempted to say, "Nothing will ever change." The sprout will appear. Say out loud when you see it, "I knew you were coming." Heaven cherishes bold gratitude. Discouragement has tried to lodge like a stone at the base of your neck. It will not stay. Even now, as you read, I loosen it. You may feel warmth there, or a sudden urge to rotate your shoulders. Compression breaks, range returns. In the region of your work, paid or unpaid, seen or unseen, purpose is clarifying. You will be guided to release tasks that do not carry grace for you anymore. You will be invited into tasks that look simple from outside but hum with your specific calling. There will be a restructuring. Do not panic when what used to make sense thins. Do not cling from fear. Say, "If this is not my assignment," set it down gently. When the new assignment arrives, you will feel a lightness in your sternum. You will sleep more easily because your energy will not be arguing with itself at night. Prophecy. Now. Simple and clean. Within 3 days, a small alignment. Within 7 days, a meaningful conversation. Within 10 days, a door that had rusted begins to move. Within 21 days, a testimony, a story you will tell not to prove your worth but to give courage to someone behind you on the road. Do not chase these days with tension. Meet them with attention. Circle them lightly on a scrap of paper and tuck it where you keep your keys. When each one arrives, thank the one who called your name and the one who carried the message. Where you meet resistance, bless and persist. Where you meet a closed gate, ask if the path goes around. Many times it does. You imagined your life depended on that gate. It did not. It depended on your willingness to keep walking into the next right light. Now the sacred warnings, given as a friend. Do not sign what you have not read twice. Do not agree out of fear of being left behind. Do not accept the version of yourself handed to you by someone who benefits from your smallness. When a hurried spirit presses you to rush a decision that deserves rest, say, "If it is mine, it will still be mine after I sleep." Fear will call that laziness. It is not. It is trust. This week, avoid speaking doom over your own future. Replace "nothing ever changes" with "something good is already moving." Replace "I always mess this up" with "I am learning and being helped." Replace "I am alone in this" with "help is already walking toward me." Heaven does not require your perfection to act. Heaven delights in your agreement. I bring you a practice that will gather this message into your bones. Place your hand over your heart and say your name softly 3 times. After the third, add, "I bless you." Wait. Then add, "I forgive you." Wait again. Then add, "I am with you." The words may catch in your throat. Good. Let them catch. Let them rinse the old corners. Then lift the hand and open the palm. Imagine a small, carefully folded parchment landing on your skin. Imagine the seal being broken. On its face is written a single assignment for the next 24 hours. It may read, "Be honest in 1 sentence," or "Drink water before speaking," or "Rest without apology," or "Give away what you no longer need," or "Tell them you love them." Whatever is written, do it gently and fully. When you do, you will feel the floor of your life strengthen by 1 clean plank. Do not despise small planks. They make safe rooms. There are dreams growing in you that have learned to be quiet for safety. I kneel beside them and invite them to speak. One dream belongs to your childhood. It used to sit on the step and swing its legs while you were supposed to be doing something else. Another dream belongs to the version of you that survived a long winter and promised to plant again if spring would ever come. Spring has come. The soil is not as you remember it, it is better. There is a clarity in you that will keep your planting focused. You do not need to plant everything at once. Choose 2 seeds. Choose what sings when you hold it. Choose what you would do in secret if no applause ever came. Plant those. The applause comes later when joy recognizes itself. For now, enjoy the quiet work, the honest labor, the way your hands know more than you thought they did. To the one facing family fractures, I see the crack that runs through the middle of holidays. I see the chair arranged so you do not have to make eye contact with the person who cannot yet tell the truth. You are not responsible for healing a household alone. You are responsible for standing in truth without hating. This is the narrow path, and you can walk it. I will help. Your task in the coming days is simple. Refuse escalation. When a small spark is thrown toward your peace, do not throw back kindling. State what is true once, quietly. If it is not honored, exit with blessing. You are allowed to leave a room to keep your soul safe. In your absence, I will work on hearts in ways you cannot. Expect a softening where you thought only stone remained. Expect a phrase you have not heard from them before. I'm listening. Now, open your window if you can. If not, imagine a window open in you. Let the night air come and carry away the older breath. Inhale as if this were your first breath as a child, and exhale as if you were placing an old burden gently on the ground and walking away. If you have a small cross or a medal or a simple ribbon, hold it. If you have nothing at hand, hold the edge of your sleeve. Objects do not save us, but they help us remember. Let your remembering be tender. Let it be practical. Put your hand on your heart again and say, I am not late to my own life. Say, I am not hard to bless. Say, I am not alone in this room. When you say these sentences, they will sound like I am saying them with you, because I am. Watch for light playing on surfaces where it should not. Watch for a glow on your wall, coming from no obvious angle, right when you ask for help. Watch for a brief coolness around your ankles, as if a river had just changed direction. Watch for a child to hand you something small, a leaf, a sticker, a coin, and for the date on it to mean something to you. Watch for a stranger to say a phrase that belonged to a person you miss. These are small breezes we send through your day, so that you do not mistake the silence of heaven for absence. Heaven is not absent. Heaven is focused. Heaven is present like oxygen, quiet, constant, life-giving. I must tell you the truth about fear. It will try to return because it knows your address. It has visited many times and been treated like a guest. From now on, if it knocks, step to the doorway with me, at your shoulder. Say, you may speak one sentence. Let it say, I am afraid you will fail. Then thank it for its concern and escort it outside. Close the door. Turn back to your table. Eat your food. Do your task. Speak your blessing. Fear will not know what to do with being heard and not worshipped. This is how you retrain your nervous system. Not by pretending you are fearless, but by choosing your allegiance after fear speaks. Choose peace. Choose light. Choose the name that was spoken in heaven for you tonight. You want to know what Jesus said exactly. It sounded like this: your name, and then, beloved, stand. He did not say, prove. He did not say, explain. He did not say, hurry. He said, stand. Stand in what is true about you. You are wanted. You are forgiven. You are carried. You are sent. Sent not to perform, but to become yourself without the distortions of shame. Sent to be a shelter, the way a tree is a shelter, by being fully alive where you were planted. You are not behind. You are not an accident of grace. You are the intention of love. Promised miracles still stand. Within 72 hours, a miscommunication clears with surprising ease. Within 1 week, something lost returns in a better form than it left. Within 2 weeks, a provision surprises you in a context that used to only drain you. Within 30 days, the sentence you have been waiting to hear will be spoken by a human mouth. It may be, approved, or we've been expecting you, or there's room, or let's begin. When you hear it, do not flinch. Receive it as if it were common for heaven to coordinate kindness, because it is. Expect the unusual alignment. Expect a timing so clean that you will feel a shiver along your arms. That shiver is not fear. That is a confirmation. Take up a simple ritual for the next 9 nights. Before sleep, touch your forehead lightly and say, peace on my thoughts. Touch your lips and say, peace on my words. Touch your chest and say, peace on my heart. Touch your hands and say, peace on my work. If you forget, do it in the morning. If you cry while doing it, let the tears run. Do not apologize to the air. Do not apologize to yourself. Tears are the body's way of laying down its armor. You have carried armor too long. You will not need it where you are going. You will need a light step, a clear eye, a steady prayer. These are being given freely. And when you wake, before you reach for the world, reach for the blessing. Say aloud 1 small sentence of gratitude. Thank you for the roof. Thank you for the breath. Thank you for the second chance. Gratitude is not denial of pain. It is the opening of a door through which new help can enter. When you practice it, you will notice that the first worry of the day knocks softer. It will still knock. It will not be your master. You will become a person who hosts peace in the morning and therefore carries peace like a light lunch through the afternoon. This is not beyond you. This is within you, waiting for permission. If you must face a courtroom, a meeting, a hospital, a threshold where your courage feels thin, I will accompany you tangibly. Ask for me. Say my name. Say, Michael, go before me. Stand beside me. Come behind me. I will flank you. I will set calm on your face. I will draw my wing between you and what should not enter your interior. I will guide your answers so they are honest and concise. I will nudge you when silence is wiser than argument. You will leave with dignity intact. That is not a small thing. Dignity is not pride. Dignity is the quiet way truth holds its head. To the one who wonders if they can ever trust again, you can. Not all at once, not with everyone, but you will. Trust begins by telling yourself the truth in private, and I have watched you do that more in the last hour than in the last year. You have already begun. Believe what people show you the first 2 times. Bless what they cannot give. Receive what they can. Build with those who keep their word when it costs them a little. Do not build with those who love the theater of apology and hate the choreography of change. Your heart is too precious to rehearse old scenes to new music. Write new music. You have the instruments for it: a tuned conscience, a brave tongue, a patient will. Now, I offer you a final sequence of direct blessing. Receive it the way thirsty ground receives rain, without debate, without apology, simply and completely. You are blessed in your waking, that the first voice you hear be kind. You are blessed in your eating, that what enters your body becomes strength and not heaviness. You are blessed in your working, that your effort match the grace available and not exceed it. You are blessed in your resting, that sleep take you like a boat to a clear shore. You are blessed in your speaking, that your words carry weight because they are clean. You are blessed in your deciding, that you choose from love and not from fear. You are blessed in your remembering, that the past lose its power to punish and keep only its power to teach. You are blessed in your walking, that your feet find paths prepared for peace. You are blessed in your loving, that love come and go freely without bargaining or disguise. If, as you read, you feel a pull to speak forgiveness aloud, give in to it. Say the names you can say. Release those you cannot with a simple, "I hand you to the light." This is not a performance. This is you cutting old ropes. This is you allowing the boat of your life to move again with the current that has always been there. You will not drift into harm. I will steer. Where a harbor is needed, I will show you a harbor. Where the open sea is required, I will teach you to be unafraid of waves that used to terrify you. You will find that deep water holds you better than shallow water, because deep water has nothing to pretend. There will be a day, soon, when you notice you are humming, while doing something that used to drain you. Do not rush past that miracle. Mark it. It is the sound of burden becoming service, of duty becoming offering. Joy returns in small forms first. A melody, a clean countertop, a phone call not dreaded. Thank each small form. They invite the larger forms to arrive without noise. This is how rebirth often looks: ordinary from the outside, extraordinary from within. You will feel as if you have stepped into yourself more completely than ever before. That is not imagination. That is fulfillment. Finally, kneel inside your heart if you cannot kneel with your body. Bow your head slightly. I hold open a parchment in front of you, the same that bears your name, the same that has been lifted in the courts above where your name was just pronounced with joy. Read with me as I trace the lines with a finger of light. It speaks of a sequence of days that tilt toward kindness. It speaks of reconciliations you stopped rehearsing because they hurt to practice. It speaks of children laughing in rooms that have been quiet. It speaks of new courage, bending to pick up the simple task that becomes a holy one when done in love. It speaks of you, in the middle of your life, opening your hands and finding not emptiness, but tools that fit you. It speaks of your eyes learning to rest long on the good and shorter on the trouble. It speaks of the one who called your name tonight, leaning toward you without hurry, without disappointment, without ledger. I lift my hand now and let the blessing gather weight. If you wish, respond not with many words, but with one clear consent. Let it be yes, or amen, or I receive. The word does not need to be strong. It needs to be yours. When you speak it, you will feel a shift, perhaps like a quiet click inside the chest, perhaps like warmth around the eyes, perhaps like a long breath that finally completes itself. That is the seal. That is the moment heaven and earth agree in you. And now, beloved, I place a final grace over you, a benediction of rebirth. May the night release you from old vows that kept you small. May the morning dress you in a courage that is soft to the touch and steady under pressure. May the faces you love be illuminated, not by fear of loss, but by gratitude for presence. May your steps land on roads prepared by hands you cannot see. May the laughter stored for you find its way out without a map. May the words, "I forgive you," and "I am forgiven," sit easily in your mouth. May your house remember its purpose as shelter, and may your body feel like a friend you are learning to trust again. May your spirit, which has stood so long, sit down in peace and find that peace is a chair that fits. The minutes that were running out are being rewritten into moments that count. You did not miss your signal. You did not miss your turn. You answered when you were called, and call follows answer the way dawn follows night. Rest now in the certainty that you are held. If you need me, speak my name. If you doubt, hold your hand over your heart and count 3 breaths. If you are grateful, write it and let it stand as a flag. If you are afraid, tell the truth and let me stand at the door. You are covered. You are accompanied. You are seen. I lower my voice to a whisper so your soul can hear it clearly. You are loved without ledger, guarded without price, guided without noise. Lift your head. You are at the threshold of a new hour. Walk through it with me. And as the hour turns, I draw the edge of the celestial parchment toward its center. The lines of light fold perfectly upon themselves. The seal warms and closes with a soft press, carrying the imprint of a sword and a lily. I bow once toward the name that spoke yours. I bow once toward the brave heart receiving. The scroll is closed, not to hide, but to preserve, until the next opening at the right time. Peace to your house. Peace to your sleep. Peace to your next step. I stand at your door, and then I stand within, and then, in a breath, I am gone from sight but not from guard, as the heavenly scroll closes in blue fire and rests, awaiting the dawn.